Hi, everybody. This is Jason Major from Sweaty Heroes, and this is Sweaty Heroes Comic Bargains number 20. And this video is going to showcase some bargains I got from Rose City Comic Con in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And all these were from, I paid $1 or less than $1 for, in some cases, two for $1 or less. And the box that I'm going to be showing you right now is miscellaneous titles that are not Marvel or DC, and Star Wars. Yeah. So first we'll start with Star Wars. These are Star Wars from Volume 2 from the Marvel run, meaning the run that started in about 2015, as well as some of the more recent stuff that includes the Crimson Reign miniseries. So here we go. So we got commercial free. Summer revived 7. I'll show that a little bit more. So more Star Wars. So these were really, I've been enjoying some of these Star Wars stories actually since Marvel's took over. I wish that one of the things I wish that would happen in terms of Disney Plus is I think that it'd be great to do a Star Wars animated series with the classic characters of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and all the like, and set it in the time in between. You could set it at a time after Return of the Jedi and adapt some of those legend stories like the Heir to the Empire trilogy and the Thrawn trilogy. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see. I don't know why they haven't done it. I think they will eventually do an animated series. But in terms of comic books, I've enjoyed Star Wars comics over the years. I think Dark Horse also did a great job. And I'm trying not to go too fast here. Oh, here we get into the Crimson Reign stuff. So, Crimson Reign continues some of the storylines that were from Solo, a Star Wars story, which includes the Emilia Clarke's character. I like that one. That is cool. Emilia Clarke's character, Kira. There she is. And so that's kind of going to be fun to read about how this, underworld criminal empire wants to try and succeed where, Jabba the Hutt and others have failed, or get their own corner of the universe at least. So, and then some of these are spin-off titles that we have here. Dr. Aphra, which I've never read Dr. Aphra, so I'll be curious to see what I think of Dr. Aphra and the Darth Vader title. And that concludes, and we have an issue of The Mandalorian, which adapts Star Wars The Mandalorian and brings Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, into comic book adaptation form. So that's cool. So let's go through these miscellaneous titles, which will be some stuff that you've probably never heard of, combined with some stuff you have. So we got a comic book version of Barbarella, that's more recent. Valiant's Bloodshot. Cyberforce #1, which I've had before, but I enjoy Mark Silvestri's Cyberforce. So, and here's some Cyberforce I don't think I've had before. Cyberforce 2. And Cyberforce 3. And if you're wondering what Cyberforce was, it was kind of basically Mark Silvestri's. I would say it's very much an X-Men-like team. Instead of them being mutants, they're more. They are mutants, actually. I think they're mutant cyborgs. So it was kind of almost originally going to be a spin-off of X-Force if he had stayed at Marvel. Darker Image. An independent comic called The Grasshopper. So this is like just really independent. Epic Comics, Heavy Hitters, Dragon Lions by Ron Lim. This is cool. He used to draw Soul Surfer. Hell Cop by Image. Image Comics #0. Shadow Man. Back again, that's a Valiant comic. And then rounding off our little list here is another Shadow Man from Valiant. Its first run. I think it's pronounced She, by Billy Tucci. Another Marvel epic comic, which is called Stalkers, which is kind of almost in a Judge Dredd sort of like, law enforcement type of vibe. And we have a couple issues of IDW's Ninja Turtles here. I think this is a miniseries. Here we have an interesting Terminator series by Dark Horse, in which it takes place in between 1984's Terminator and Terminator 2, and creates an alternate timeline, spoiler alert, for a book that's 30 years old, where the timeline is completely changed because of Jane Connor being born. And then there's Hunters and Killers, which I haven't read yet. And even though I've seen Terminator 2 just recently, I enjoyed getting this again, which is Klaus Janson did the art for this, which is actually really cool. He did some really good art with this, with the movie adaptation, part 1 of Terminator 2. And then we have some issues of Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, which I always enjoyed. I always enjoyed dinosaurs. I don't know why we have not seen a Turok Dinosaur Hunter movie yet. I think that, again, these Valiant characters, and in this case, Turok was a Gold Key character. I think you'll eventually see him. So here's another Turok. And then finally we got Exo Man of War. And so I have Marvel DC to show, but they'll be in another video because that way that keeps the videos a little bit shorter. So yeah, some great stuff here. All were under $1. Now I'll end with this, with the Star Wars, and say that the cover price on these Star Wars issues were $3.99 US, so that's about $5.25 Canadian. And also some of them were $4.90. Yeah, there's a $4.99 book here. That'd be like $6 Canadian. So yeah, like the value of this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's over 20 Star Wars books here, and that's, I saved for $30 just on Star Wars. So that's pretty good. So I encourage you, go to your local comic store. You'll find some bargain bins in the dollar bin. Find some stuff and just enjoy reading it, and have some fun. Take care. Bye.